YouTube channel. Very exciting vlog today. We are currently at an alligator wildlife and discovery center. We are going to kiss a gator if everybody's feeling brave enough. We're also going to be seeing lots of other reptiles and animals like over here. It's a rescue center. They stress conservation, helping wildlife, and that's what we're going to be learning about today. Mommy, and seeing
a turtle.
Yes, turtles, and there's pigs, and it's going to be so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
Are you guys excited? Are we going to kiss a gator?
Oh, wow. Look at all that stuff we're going to see.
All right, let's go. I want to take a sloth.
I want to take a sloth.
Alright guys, welcome to the Alligator and Wildlife Discovery Center. We're going to be doing a mix of a voiceover and then allowing the staff members to speak to you guys and tell you about the facility as well. So they've been open for 11 years now. They started more as a tourist type of place where you could come and kiss an alligator, and since then they've moved towards conservation and saving animals that need help.
And we buy the runts that aren't growing quick enough to be harvested and are going to get destroyed, and unfortunately by destroying them, it's not like they euthanize them, they feed little gators to big gators. Okay. So we try to get as many as we can every year and save them and give them a second chance. Because of that, we'll keep them, be in an indoor facility, we'll keep them until about 4.5, 5 feet. Then they'll go out to a zoo or sanctuary because they don't have the survival skills to be released into the wild with being born on farm. Right. So we separate everybody by size and age here.
So it's really cool that they have so many different types of gators here because they've saved them. So these ones were the smallest that they had. And then we got to feed the medium-sized one, and then on the other side of the room, you'll see later in this video, they have larger-sized alligators.
Eventually we ended up having a few pigs, mini pigs that we rescued. It wasn't something that we really wanted to get into. Unfortunately, a couple years ago when mini pigs were such a big hot item, of everybody wanted one as a pet, because people get them and they think, oh, they're going to stay like this forever.
So as you heard, they unintentionally have these pigs at the facility. They used to be miniature pigs that people got as pets, but they're obviously very big now, and their families no longer wanted them because they got so big and probably pretty high maintenance. This little guy is named Twitch. It was actually his very first day at the facility. He has a neurological disorder and needed rescued. So the woman that he is on now is his primary caretaker. She actually takes him home at the end of the day. And he was super friendly and cuddly, which just blew me away considering he was born in the wild.
I figured while you were distracted, I'd grab somebody else. So this is another one of our animals. This is Wicket. He is a 6-month-old black and white rough lemur from Madagascar. Oh my God. You guys can touch him or check him out. He may, he is like a toddler or like a puppy, so he chews on everything.
Is his teeth sharp?
They're like a puppy, so I mean, you're gonna feel it, but it's not gonna leave a mark or hurt.
Nice. His hands are like real hands.
Yeah, that's where he gets you. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get it attached. I'm not gonna have a favorite, and then he grabbed my finger, and I was like, I'm done. There's no way around it. Now they did get it right in the movie, so all lemurs are from Madagascar. There's about 80 to 100 different species they estimate. These guys are actually critically endangered from deforestation and then and loss of habitat, and then unfortunately over harvesting by locals who will catch lemurs and eat them.
So this was definitely my favorite animal. His name is Wicket, if you didn't catch that. He was so cute, and his little hands would grab on your fingers, and he honestly just stole your heart. He really did act just like a toddler. We have this mic on the front of our camera. It's like a giant fuzzy ball, and he was so interested in it and kept trying to grab it.
So this is Zeus, our wild chameleon. He is very sweet. So chameleons do change color, but not like what you see. He's like a live action mood ring. Depending on what mood he is, he will change his color of his skin. But their skin is very soft, so you do not want to pet him physically, because if you do, it messes up the crystals from our grease, and he won't be able to camouflage.
So after we got to meet some of the main stars of the center, we just were loving on the pigs and looking around at some of the interactive experiences that you could do here. This was Sweet Pea. She really was a sweetheart. She's the only girl pig at the center. And then we went to look at some of the larger crocodiles and alligators, which are in this pen together. And the kids could poke their heads through that little hole right there and get right up next to them. And then we got to meet and touch some of their turtles. So I'll let you guys hear what they have to say about these guys.
Feel you touching his back. It's kind of like if you're pushing on your finger like that, you can feel that pressure. And he's going to get 80 to 100 years old and be about 250 pounds. A Milo back there is 4, Yoshi is 11. But they dig, they're desert species, so they dig big burrows in the desert.
This center is such a hidden gem. I feel like from the outside it looks pretty small, but once you're inside it seemed to just keep going back. So now we're in the Aquarium Center where we got to see some of their fish, stingrays, sharks, and a few other endangered species that you guys will see here on the video.
A lobster.
Once we went past the reptile area, we got back here to these furry little guys. This was one of their large bunnies that Presley was really liking.
He is a little pincushion. This is Sonic. He is a hedgehog, yeah, that was close enough.
Hedgehog.
You were in the ballpark. We knew what you were talking about. They named these guys, they named the video game character after him because this guy can run 10 miles an hour.
Wow.
So when he stands up, even though he's got this little body, he's got legs that like this, like a horse. So he'll get on that wheel and just tear it up. He'll go through a couple wheels a year usually.
Really? That is
just
awesome.
Because they tear up the bearings in them.
Baby hedgehog. Oh my god.
We literally just got two days ago that the Florida Wildlife Commission found them just wandering out in the forest, and so they picked them up and brought them into us. That's Shadow.
Oh my gosh. Flower?
Back in the Disney princess. Up and it's trying to take a finger off.
But I
she's
just
like,
pick him up
"Come here,
anyway."
Flower."
I'm like, that's fine, I've got more fingers.
Gosh, he's like cuddling.
If I put him on the ground, he would stomp and hiss
Really?
and try and bite me. But as soon as you pick him up,
Huh.
he's like, they're the most
Like a little puppy
cuddliest,
dog. Just
sweetest.
yes, so sweet. What's one of the most exotic animals that you've gotten here? Or somebody's requested?
Probably the sloth or the lemur, I would say. And then these, I mean, I've never seen one of these as a pet before. So we have staff here that specialize in different areas. So we have a couple that specialize in mammals, a couple that specialize in reptiles, a couple in alligators and crocodilians, a couple in the fish area.
Right.
So yeah, then when we get a new animal, it's everybody taking a crash course and how to care for it, and getting to learn what it needs. Also, we work with a veterinary clinic where they'll come in once a month and they rotate through and check out the animals. They'll also do a lot of research and help us in terms of things like proper diet or
And get checkups and stuff.
And we work with the Wildlife Commission and the USDA, so they help us with like, okay, here's minimum requirements for an enclosure size, so that we're making sure we're getting a big enough enclosure for the animal.
Right. What makes this wildlife center so different from anything I've been to before or even a zoo is that you can interact with so many of the animals, and the staff members are located throughout the building helping you and teaching you all about them.
So this is TikTok. TikTok's probably about 3 years old. That's okay, I got him. I won't let him come over.
Is this a girl or a boy?
We don't know, because until they're 20 years old, all their organs are internal. So unless you're willing to dig around up there, and I'm a marketing guy, it's like hard no.
So we are about to hold TikTok the alligator. He's teaching me how to hold the alligator. You want to hold their tail so they don't whip you, and then they like to have their chest up propped higher than their tail, which is kind of what they do in the water, so it's their most comfortable position.
All those little dots along his jaws are actually pressure sensors. He can tell something's in the water about 250 yards away, so 2.5 football fields. Ears are right here. The black slots right behind the eyes are their ears. Just watch getting by his face. I don't want him to swing his head and hit you. That did not feel good. To protect your eyes? Yeah? So she's got some, but they're actually built in. So she's got a regular eyelid that goes up and down like ours, but she's got another one that's clear that's going to come across here in a second.
TikTok.
Riker, do you want to hold him?
You want to try holding them by yourself?
I got him. Mama will help you.
Yeah.
Good shot.
You guys are pretty close to the same age.
You're good. You're doing good.
Just just right up on the tip of the nose there.
I don't know if I can.
You can do it. Come on.
You either want to come in for here. You either want to come in from the front, or you want to go behind the head just so that you're in his blind spot. We'll just get him close. We should have seen how long we could keep Mom there.
Your turn.
Good job.
I'm going to put a piece of this turkey hot dog on a fishing pole for you. And I want you to make them chase after the food and jump and run around for it, okay? So they get some exercise. See how long you can make your piece of the hot dog.
So my favorite animal was the lemur, but Riker and Presley's favorite animal was probably this bearded dragon right here. It's a pretty common household animal, and it's actually the lizard that you want to get your kids if you're thinking about getting them a reptile, because they're so chill. Daniel was telling us that these guys will just sit for 3 hours. You can watch TV with them. They literally just don't move, and they pretty much eat a lot of the same things we eat, like vegetables and blueberries, and then they'll take crickets every few days as a treat.
We eat vegetables.
You eat vegetables too? Yep, she likes to eat. So she eats vegetables every day, and then every 3 or 4 days she gets a treat and we give her some bugs.
Her likes blueberries.
She likes blueberries too? That, see? So they're not too different from
I
us.
like blueberries.
You like the blueberries?
And
This here is our sloth. He moves at a whopping 0.15 miles per hour. However, he's actually a really great swimmer in the rainforest. They'll fall in the water a lot, so they have a good doggy paddle. The next little creature you guys see right here is a skinny pig. It's a naked guinea pig, and it's actually made in a lab, so this is a man-made animal, and it's good for people who have allergies to maybe pet hair or dandruff. So Presley wasn't too fond of this guy.
Y'all done? Good job. So this is Raja. He is a ball python. So they call them ball pythons because normally when they're scared, they're going to curl up in little teeny tiny balls, and then they tuck their heads down inside to protect it, because that's the weakest part of a snake. Here, we'll just go just, whoops.
No, it's okay.
That was just, he was with you. Well, he's friendly. He's just a little guy. We're way too big for him to eat. So this is Rosie. She's a rose-haired tarantula. So she's the most common kind of pet tarantula.
Okay, so this concludes today's video. Rosie the tarantula was the last animal that we saw. I hope that you guys enjoyed coming to the Alligator and Wildlife Discovery Center with us. If you're ever in the St. Petersburg area or Tampa, this is definitely the place to come to see alligators, give them a kiss, and all the other animals that they have. I've put the names on the screen of their social media if you guys want to check them out online and support them. They're doing amazing things at their wildlife center, and we were so grateful that we got to go and visit. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We post twice a week on Sundays and Thursdays of our adventures and our daily life at home, and we would love to have you guys stick around with us. So we will see you on the next one.